So 5 months ago, it was announced that Virtual Boy games will be added to Nintendo Classics. And that got me thinking of other retro consoles that Nintendo has in their libraries. So I thought, hey, why don't I pick the Nintendo Classic libraries? So yeah, with that out of the way, let's just get started. First, really quickly, I do want to touch on the Virtual Boy. We already know we're getting it next month on the 17th, but we technically don't know the launch lineup. They did say released over time. So, yeah, I'm predicting the launch lineup, and you can't stop me. I think we will get Mario's Tennis, Red Alarm, Teleroboxer, Jack Bros, and 3D Tetris. Alright, so for the first new console we will get, it's probably the Nintendo DS, and it'll most likely come out in 2027, so next year. I predict that it'll start off with 4 games, those being Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Rhythm Heaven, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue Rescue Team, and Tetris DS. I chose these 4 games because they're either underrated gems or they are just good games that deserve to be played by more people. Those are kind of the same. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. For games coming in the future, there is Super Mario 64 DS, all versions of Nintendogs, Diddy Kong Racing, WarioWare Touched, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, Mementos, Kirby's Grease God, and Animal Crossing Wild World. Alright, so for the next console, it might be a bit weird, but it's gonna be the Game & Watch. I think Nintendo will do this because, well, they just added Virtual Boy, and, you know, this is even older, and it's basically Nintendo's beginnings other than the arcade. This will also release for both the Switch 1 and 2, so yeah, that will be nice, I guess. The games that are released with it is Ball, Flagman, Vermin, Manhole, Helmet, Parachute, Chef, Donkey Kong Jr., Mario Cement Factory, and Donkey Kong Circus. I know it's kind of a lot of games, but these are smaller games, so it makes sense. For games coming in the future, it's Climber, Balloon Fight, Mario the Juggler, Egg, Turtle Bridge, Octopus, and Judge. I know it seems little, but Nintendo only put 3 games coming in the future for Game Boy when that first came out, so yeah. For the next console, I think we will get the Wii in 2029. It'll release with Mario Kart Wii, Super Paper Mario, Mii Maker Channel, because why not, and Wii Sports. The reason why I put Mii Maker as its own thing is because I think it would be cool being compatible with other Wii games. Plus, I think Nintendo would release other channels as its own, and it shows like a Nintendo thing. For the games coming in the future, I think we will get Super Mario Galaxy, Wii Party, Rhythm Heaven Fever, Pokemon Battle Revolution, Wii Music, The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, and Link's Crossbow Training. I honestly just want to play Rhythm Heaven Fever, but the other games are pretty cool too. Alright, so for the next console, you probably never heard of it, and it's a Pokemon Mini. This only has about 10 games. Yeah. Anyway, for the launch, we will get Pichu Bros Mini, Pokemon Tetris, Pokemon Breeder Mini, and Pokemon Puzzle Collection. I know it sounds like a small lineup, but again, only like 8.5 games, so it makes sense. All the other games will be coming in the future, which are Pokemon Pinball Mini, Togepi's Great Adventure, Pokemon Zanny Cards, Pokemon Party Mini, Pokemon Puzzle Collection Volume 2, and Pokemon Race Mini. This will also be the last big release on the original Switch, which is cool. Alright, so for the next console, this might be a bit strange, but I think we will get arcade games. This is when Nintendo actually started to make games. So I think they will do this. This will release in 2031. For the games they're releasing at the start, we will get Donkey Kong, Mario Bros, Sky Skipper, Arm Wrestle, and Space Fever. You probably haven't heard of the last 3, but having the original Mario Bros and Donkey Kong is a big plus for free, basically. Games coming in the future include Mario Kart Arcade GP, Luigi's Mansion Arcade, versus Balloon Fight, versus Dr. Mario, Donkey Kong Jr., and F-Zero AX. Alright, next we will have 3DS games, and we probably won't see them till 2035. I know it sounds like a long time, but I feel like Nintendo would save the 3DS for the Switch 3. Not because they share 3, but you get 1 point. For the games releasing, it'll be Super Mario 3D Land, The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds, and Detective Pikachu. I honestly think Nintendo would just put their big 3 on here. For games coming in the future, we are getting Luigi's Mansion 2, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time 3D, Mario Kart 7, Kid Icarus Uprising, Tomodachi Life, Metroid Samus Returns, and new Super Mario Bros. 2. I know it might sound a bit weird getting Luigi's Mansion 2 since we got the HD port 2 years ago, but remember, at the time of 2035, it would have been 11 years ago. And for my final console, we are getting the Wii U. For the launch, we are getting Nintendo Land and Super Mario 3D World. I know it sounds small, but we are also in the HD era of games now, which have way more content in them than other eras. For the games coming in the future, I think we will get Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Super Mario Maker, Wii Party U, NES Remix Pack, Yoshi's Woolly World, and Paper Mario Color Splash. So overall, pretty solid lineup. Well, that's it for this video. I've actually had pretty fun doing this video, and I might do a part 2. If you want to see that where I talk about Sony, Xbox, and Sega consoles, and even the Switch 1 and 2, let me know. Get us to like 5 likes or something. Well, with that out of the way, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.